What up, Dokkaners? So in my last video, when I was talking about the upcoming New Year's festivities for JP Dokkan, I was very shocked to find out that Chain Battle has been discontinued. This is one of, I believe, 3 major announcements that they had. The New Year Dokkan Festival being announced, content restructuring starting with Chain Battle being discontinued after the 39th one, and also your power level giving you bonuses in the game. So I believe those are the 3 major things. They also showed like the roadmap to the 10-year anniversary and all that stuff. It's really still not giving conclusive information as far as when the full synchro is going to take place, but it did basically kind of start the conversation about restructuring certain content in the game. Now, before we start talking about the reaction to the Chain Battle discontinuation, I do want to say that content restructuring starting with Chain Battle, I think means that it's not going to end with Chain Battle. I think Chain Battle being discontinued might be the first of what is going to be several event overhauls. I don't know if necessarily overhaul means canceling every single event, because it kind of defeats the purpose of the game, right? Like, you want the game to have different game modes to kind of fit whatever playstyle you may have for the game. So with Chain Battle being discontinued, maybe this leads to World Tournament being improved or World Tournament being removed. Apparently people hate Peton Battle too, which I had no idea. I only recently learned that when I was getting ready to make this video about the Chain Battle reaction, because the #1 reaction that I saw, why would they get rid of Chain Battle first over World Tournament? Because I thought that World Tournament was generally considered to be the more hated event because of how much longer it takes. But hey, I stand corrected. So today's video is going to be a community reaction one, simply just talking about what happened as sort of the fallout from this whole announcement. For me personally, I'm very much torn. I've come to appreciate Chain Battle. Yes, I'm a whale, so obvious that, you know, that does come with its own like bias, I suppose. But then also, you know, getting rid of it does alleviate some of the responsibilities as a Chain Battle support line person. There's pros and cons to either side. So this one is just simply going to be a community reaction, seeing what you guys have to say about it. I might chime in a little bit, but yeah, the overwhelming reaction has been positive. My initial reaction was negative, as you guys might have seen on social media, because I just feel like removing the event outright isn't the way to go about it. I feel like no matter what, however small or however pointless an improvement may be, trying to first tinker with the event would be the better choice instead of just outright removing it. But that's just my take. Let's see what you guys have to say. Also, this is kind of becoming a pattern for me, because recently I'll do something and then the universe will undo it or undercut me. I bought Kingdom Hearts for the first time on the Epic Game Store for $50. I'm going to be making a video for that on the second channel, so make sure you guys subscribe to the second channel. I'm going to put that link in the pinned comment. Little surprise, little announcement. I am going to be doing a Kingdom Hearts randomizer video on the second channel, so make sure you guys subscribe. But anyway, I bought that for full price, $50. Literally the next day, those bozos put it on sale for $20. Okay. Then I spent 6 hours going through my entire box in Dokkan, pulling out every stat boosting EX skill orb, because I wanted to surprise you guys, or at least those of you on my friends list, with the greatest support lines you have ever seen for future Chain Battles, because I wanted to do that. I wanted to make the effort for the Chain Battle community to, you know what, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna make the change. It was gonna be tough, but I was gonna do my best. And then they announced Chain Battle's going. So does that mean that if I instantly announce or declare my love for World Tournament, they're gonna cancel that too? I'm gonna go ahead and try that. Maybe tomorrow I'll drop a tweet saying, I love World Tournament. Let's see if that causes World Tournament to explode. Anyway, let's take a look here. So I asked you guys to post your comments in this thread here. If you posted any no-no words, it will not be read, because I'm trying to be family friendly. So let's take a look here. What are your thoughts about Chain Battle being discontinued? I just saw. Oh boy. All right, Dokkan assets. I'm expecting to see a lot of this. You know what's funny though? I would say the court of public opinion when it comes to Omatsu changes on a dime. It seems like every decision that he makes or announcement that he makes is met with anger, hate, or happiness. Whatever it is, right now, most people are pretty happy. So yeah, we're gonna see a lot of that. Then we got Brother Russia. Let's see what the brother has to say. The decision to remove Chain Battle has got to be the top 3 worst decision that Dokkan has ever made. Easiest mode for amazing rewards. I do agree with that, because even if you don't score top 1%, you still get stuff for minimal effort when you really boil it down to just the absolutes. This event compared to World Tournament, how much time it takes, there's a big difference there. Took minutes to get 1% and could do daily missions and not worry about the mode. Easiest way to get skill orbs with little to no effort. People complaining about the mode just literally had no idea how to play or didn't take the time to even understand or just call it bad or it's all RNG. Personally, should have removed Peton battle. This is what I'm surprised about. Why are we hating on Peton? I don't understand the Peton hate. I'm not defending it. I'm legitimately just unaware of why people hate it. Actually, you know what? I kind of get it. because of RNG, I guess, yeah. World Tournament or just revamp Chain Battle, but hey, let's remove game modes out of Dokkan instead. See, that's my takeaway. Removing the event, I think, is the wrong thing to do because Battlefield is literally what is this. Battlefield, for those of you who don't know, I wasn't around for this, but Battlefield originally was this weird, I don't even know how to quantify it. It was like this, it was like, if you guys have ever played like Defend Your Castle or a tower defense, it was kind of like that, where like all these different like PNGs are like flying at you at this like end zone and you have to stop it. I don't even remember, but it was a totally different event from what it ended up being, which is the Ultimate Clash that we know now. It was completely different. It was like a more of a real-time thing than an actual like Dokkan mode where you battle and stuff like that. So if they were willing to overhaul that and revamp that one, why couldn't they have tried it with this one? I'm not a developer, so let me once again say, I'm not a developer. I don't know how this stuff works. I just feel like completely removing it was the wrong choice. Who knows? Maybe this isn't actually going to be removed. Maybe they're shelving it for now and they're going to bring it back and name it something different and then kind of like re-implement it in a better way, more consumable way in the future, perhaps, possibly. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on here. I can only see it being good if they somehow implement some of its ideas into World Tournament. I would very much enjoy World Tournament if it could be done within 5 minutes like it did Chain Battle. Yeah, that is very true. My main complaint with World Tournament is that if you want to score 1% on, or not 1%, but if you want to score on like the top 1,000, you have to put in hours upon hours upon hours of grinding on the World Tournament for 3 days. So say what you will about Chain Battle, but I feel like Chain Battle is the lesser of two evils, because with other people wailing out, if you're on their friends list, you can still benefit from their effort. Whereas in World Tournament, if other people wail out and go crazy on the World Tournament, you suffer. You having a friends list of all those whales won't make a difference. If anything, it will hurt your image in your friends list because you will only see your score even further down. I used to be #1 in my friends list when it came to World Tournament ranks. I wasn't #1 in the world. I only went top 10 once, I think. But when I would check my friends list and I would see all the different players in my friends list, I was always #1. Then when I started to connect with the Chain Battle gods out there and some of the World Tournament, I think the greatest World Tournament players are the French and German Dokkan players, on global anyway. When I started to have them on my friends list, my name was no longer in the top 10, in the top 20. Like I'm all the way down to like 30 now because everybody else is going crazy. So I just feel like World Tournament is worse collectively than Chain Battle. But hey, what do I know? Garesh, he has spammed me with LOL nice on like 4 different tweets today. Yeah, Garesh is happy. I know Ningen is happy. He has been very, very public in his disdain for Chain Battle. Again, in people's defense of those who don't like it, I understand where they're coming from. So I know that people are having a good laugh with this. As an Arrow fan, I do feel like if you don't understand or if you haven't seen the show, you're not allowed to use this meme, just saying. Because only true DC Arrowverse fans will appreciate this this image right here. Sinful says, very bad decision. Put a lot of people... People put a lot of work into the mode and a lot of resources and time too. Very different situation to Battlefield 1.0, which wasn't around for long. People don't get time back. People don't get that time back that they spent on their units for that mode after they remove it. Yeah, so that's kind of following up on what I was saying before as far as the Battlefield comparison. I do also want to mention that when it came to Chain Battle, it was never fully clear how the mode worked. We kind of were given the basics in the game. It tells you some stuff. Number one, Dragon Ball fans ain't gonna read all that. That's the one thing. But number two, it didn't quite give a full comprehensive explanation on how stuff worked. When you see me doing my Chain Battle videos, it's not because I'm a complete moron and I can't read and understand what they're saying. It's because the little subtleties of the game just weren't clearly conveyed. All that we learned in the end, you gotta have more hit potential, you gotta have rainbow, you gotta have skill orbs. All these things were discovered and explained through the community. The community took it upon themselves to pick up the pieces where Dokkan left off and create a culture for chain battle within, you know, like a small community. That was kind of how it played out. I think that the fact that it was so unclear was the main like start of this humongous movement against chain battle. Obviously, you know, there are other reasons for it, but the simple fact that we couldn't even understand from day one how the thing fully worked definitely left a sore taste in a lot of people's mouths. Joe Sayan says, as long as it's replaced with some purpose to having dupes, then it's fine. No purpose to rainbow SSRs after its removal. They either got to increase options to get equipment or allow us to grind and fuse together lower level equips. So I think when it comes to no purpose to rainbowing duplicate SSRs and whatnot, I kind of understand. I don't think that that's completely correct though, because of the fact that they are going to be doing this power level incentive thing, because this does still incentivize putting hidden potential nodes, activating hidden potential nodes, having more copies of units, awakening more units. So to an extent, this isn't quite 100% correct, but I understand. Like in the context of chain battle, it's completely useless. And it's funny because before chain battle even started, I actually started doing this because of my boy Oh the Hermanity. You guys may recall, he's been on the channel a couple times. Scott Herman, he was actually the first person I saw before chain battle ever existed. He would put a bunch of hidden potential orbs into his spare units for collection purposes, sometimes to even use them in battles. So I will still probably do this, but definitely it's not going to be the same in terms of saving skill orbs for SSRs, right? Saving EX skill orbs. I just went through 6 painfully stupid, tedious hours trying to get every single stat boosting skill orb. Do you guys understand how taxing that is for me with my over 2,000 units, saving a bunch of extra copies of various units, going through, picking and choosing every single one without any way to actually track it? It was so annoying. I'm so mad. I'm probably going to vent about that a few times in this video. But after all of this, the chain battle side of it, it's not going to matter. Skill orb allocation, not going to matter. I'm probably still going to rainbow them because it will ultimately still give me more power level. Global's not going to have this yet. JP will be getting this sometime soon, I would imagine, probably with the New Year's celebration. We will see what exactly it gives us. So far, all that we know is that it gives more Zenny, and it gives like Dokkan Awakening metal drop rate enhancements or something like that. But as far as what more they can give, we'll have to wait and see. So this is probably one of the final things that global players will be able to have foresight on when it comes to upcoming updates. So let's move on here. I don't need words. The image speaks for itself. Yeah, I know. I recognize the name. So the chain battle community is obviously very upset because if you're in the chain battle community, then you enjoy chain battle, right? So I do understand that there's obviously some upset feelings about this. I get it. I mean, for those who are struggling to hit top 1%, they're probably relieved. But for those who are actually enjoying the event, anything that you make in Dokkan, there's going to be people who like it, you know? So I do feel bad for the people who enjoyed this. I was coming around on it. You guys have seen this in my videos. As clueless as I was showing my appreciation for the event. And I would always shout out the chain battle gods because they were the ones who carried the event. As much as some people hated it, I thought that it was cool that people were coming together and making a whole thing out of it. I think it was cool. I think World Tournament should have been addressed first. Personally, wasn't the biggest fan outside of rewards, which can be given out, a different way. Chain battle as an event was a lot too RNG luck based. I'm sure something better, more enjoyable can be made. This is obviously a product of feedback and internal discussions. So I do understand that a lot of people are upset that World Tournament wasn't taken out first. I am too. I hate World Tournament. I've been very public about that. I hate the mode. I think it's stupid. But keep in mind that this was a byproduct of feedback. So I think, you know, moving forward, if people do want some sort of a change to be made for World Tournament, that needs to be a point of priority during the surveys. This is why surveys are very important. They actually read the feedback. They see what people are saying. They see what people want, what they don't want. It does hold weight. No matter how trivial it may seem, it does hold weight. So chain battle, a lot of people have been very vocal about it. Even I have said chain battle is dumb. And that was my initial reaction because I didn't understand what was going on, you know? So there's been a lot of conversation about not liking it. So as a result, they've decided to go separate ways with it. in terms of the rewards, they will be giving it to other events moving forward, and who knows, maybe it comes back in a different way. Like I said, Battlefield 1.0 turned into Ultimate Clash, so maybe Chain Battle turns into something different down the road. I do understand the RNG based, reward system kind of being annoying. It's kind of similar to like the login stuff. Some people who get lucky every single day get 7 Dragonstones. Some people who aren't lucky get 1 Dragonstone daily. There's definitely reasoning behind that. Moving on here. I got to speed this up. I don't do reaction videos all too often. I can see now why Truth's videos take like 50 minutes to do these. Zied. I've never said Zied? Zied. Frieza says, one of the best decisions they made. Put dev time into making new models or improving existing ones that actually have potential. Chain Battle is doomed either way to be bad at worst or very boring at best. It's a dead end. I think we see a lot of this in the conversation regarding like improving Chain Battle versus just dumping it. I personally, I'm not a dev, so I couldn't possibly comprehend what improvements could be deemed reasonable or doable or worth doing. So I can't really speak to that, but I just feel like dumping it before trying just seems unproductive, but that's just my take. I can finally baba those SSRs that have been taking up box space. No, don't do that. Also, don't regret not selling dupes for red coins now. You know what? That's actually going to be very interesting. We're going to see a lot more people redeeming these SSRs. With how Dokkan is, I wouldn't be too sure about just dumping all these units. Who knows? Also, Ultimate Clash still utilizes the same unit if you want. So like, if you're, let's just say, for example, GT bosses, one of the smallest and most ineffective categories in the game. You have the LR and the TUR version of a GT bosses lead, and you're struggling to put together a GT bosses team for Ultimate Clash, you could use those 2 units. So I don't think it's completely useless or pointless now to have those extra SSRs. I think it's still worth keeping in terms of links and all that stuff. Like, for example, Demon King Piccolo, or not Demon King Piccolo, Piccolo Jr., Int Piccolo Jr., one of the best TURs in the entire game. His TUR is labeled Giant Form, his SSR is labeled Non-Giant Form. So you can run them together and you can activate the most amount of links. Some of the units out there that don't have the best synergy have the best synergy with their lesser counterparts. So I still think that there's a purpose to keeping them. If you ultimately pick up more, I don't think it's worth just getting rid of them outright. Piccolo, one of the graphic creators for Chain Battle in the community, Piccolo and Misaka, we thank you for your service. This is sad for Piccolo. I don't know how to feel. I actually like Chain Battle because of the orbs, but let's see how Dokkan does it. I don't think it's over. The more that I think about it, I don't think it's completely over. I think because it's framed in the way that it is, we're all taking it and running with it, that it's gone. It could come back in a different way. Battlefield 1. That's the counter. That's all we need. Battlefield 1. On one hand, I feel like they could have at least tried to revise the concept exactly, instead of removing it altogether. On the other hand, I'm glad I don't have to dread an inevitable chain battle during nearly every celebration, hoping I'll have good enough supporters and connectors lineups to do well. I get it. That makes sense. That makes sense. If you're not friends with chain battle gods or demigods or tryhards, what are you gonna do, right? I understand that sentiment. There's a lot of people who don't even, lounge around on social media, who don't consume creator content or anything like that. They just play the game on their own. They probably even said something in the survey. The survey is given to every player who plays the game. It's not just announced on Twitter and nobody else. Everyone who plays the game, this is actually an important detail I think people need to understand. There's a humongous population of Dokkan players who don't consume any social media, who don't watch any YouTube videos. They just play the game. So when the information for a survey is given to them in the game without a creator or social media platform telling them to do it, they will give their honest opinions. And maybe the unfortunate reality is a lot of just very, isolated Dokkan players just don't like the event. And so that's why they prioritize that being taken down first. And it could have been for this exact reason right here. Maybe they weren't aware of chain battle support lines or the graphics that people make for it. Miscommunication is a huge L. Let us know months in advance. Show us plans of the new events. Items that will sub. I don't know what that is. Items that will sub chain battle, and explain if we'll ever need the dupes that we'll have kept all these years. Whatever the case, I'm keeping mine. Yeah, I'm keeping mine too. I'm not getting rid of this. By the way, shout out to, I don't think I read these names. Zied, Weebman, ooh, Mega Man Battle Network fan. Love it. Slump God, Virulent Viper, and Vasilis. Tenza. Shout out to you guys. I agree. I'm not getting rid of mine. I'm keeping all mine. I'm going to continue doing it. I will definitely not be rainbowing as fast. So if anything, this is going to make things a lot easier for me personally. Obviously, I don't have to worry about investing as many orbs, so I'm not going to be nearly as depleted on it. Everyone always laughs at my hidden potential orb count because of how small it is compared to theirs. It's because I use them for chain battle. I use them for clash. This definitely takes a load off. And it's also probably going to mean I don't need to worry about World Tournament as much. So on the flip side, chain battle ending does help me in that regard, and also just money in general. I don't ever summon for chain battle, but sometimes I will admit, if I ended up pulling one copy of a unit, I have thought, man, if I had a little bit more, I could have helped in chain battle. I have thought that. Ryan DBZ1 says, terrible decision. I can't believe it's happening. It's unfortunate. Yeah, boy. Says, honestly, I think they should have had a poll or a survey on how they could have improved chain battle instead of yeeting it into the Shadow Realm. I don't even think a poll or survey would have done it. I understand though, yeah. I just don't think that it's conducive to the entire population of Dokkan players. I just think that they could have come up with some solution to make it better. Give more weight to free-to-play units. Branch out and make more units valuable. So that way, if anything, like people like Misaka or Piccolo will have to make multiple versions of the chart showing the free-to-play way and how much that can help. The non-free-to-play way, how much that can help. If they were to just make more units more valuable, that could have worked. But I don't even know what that entails. I'm not a designer, I'm not a developer. I couldn't speak to that. But yeah, doing something to improve it first before just completely getting rid of it would have been the right call. But then again, maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're just deleting this iteration of chain battle. Maybe another version is going to come back and it's going to be called Supreme All-Star Battle of Death. You know, who knows? Ango. I started playing like a month ago. I get why people didn't like it, but I hate that I actually kind of did like it. Same. It was just another simple thing to do. I do get why it could have felt tedious and boring to most. Exactly what I'm saying. Dark Sun Gaming. What's up, Chris? I think this is a horrible decision. Why remove any game modes from this game? It only eliminates enjoyment, ways to earn equipment, and other prizes. All this does is hurt the people that keep this game going by spending cash. This does de-incentivize the ultra megalodon whale people from summoning more. You see all these chain battle gods out there posting their rainbow triple lineage units, like LR Super Saiyans. I'm sure there were some chain battle gods out there who dropped pictures immediately on social media with their rainbow LR, with the rainbow TUR, with the rainbow SSR. They don't have to do that anymore. What reason could there be to do that? There is none. So financially, yes, it does have an impact on that. So that is true. NV Dokkan says, feel like chain battle for the general Dokkan player, casual players was probably horrible and was most likely only enjoyable to people who took the game seriously, since they often got the best rewards. As long as those rewards are put somewhere else, it's fine. The rewards will remain intact. They will simply just be given to other events out there, or they'll just do something else. Or maybe these rewards come in the form of the power level thing. I don't know. We'll see. Shadowfang says, very boring. Forgot to do it most of the time because of how boring it was. It's an acquired taste. Kevo says, Big W always hated doing those rewards. Always hated doing these rewards are nice, but that's all it has going for it personally. Ryan says, to be honest, don't care, as you only benefited from being a whale or having people on your friends list who are whales. You didn't necessarily have to be a whale. It was having the right friends and having the right setups. But again, I think that's a byproduct of how unclear the event was, because that in turn resulted in so many people not knowing what to do, because not everybody's watching videos, not everybody's joining Discord servers, not everybody is looking up guides. They're just playing the game on their own, and they see chain battle and they see, oh, okay, 3 advantageous categories. Oh, is it Goku's family, Vegeta's family, and androids? Okay, I'm just gonna use all Goku's families, and then I'm gonna use all Vegeta's families. There's no androids in there. What if androids was the best setup? They wouldn't know. I think it was just the mode being so unclear. That was the main problem. But yes, I mean, this is, I understand where you're coming from. Dr. Dust says, they executed my baby. I can't live. All right, chill. Cooper says, great, too much RNG. Now can Peton be next? It's a glorified summon simulator with extra steps, time-gated rewards that you can't even guarantee. I guess? I'm really just, I can't comprehend the hate towards it, because it doesn't do anything negative other than just not give you as many stones. It's just its own like isolated little idle game. I don't know. I'm genuinely just surprised that there's been this much hate over it. I don't know. AG says if he replace who's he? Oh, Amatsu probably. If he replaces it with a new better event equivalent to the rewards that are received, then okay. Joey says, it's whatever. Really, as long as they find better spots for the orbs. Literally, it didn't take much effort unless you were hunting for number 1. Stones were mostly free from that event. I just liked it for more stickers and better potential orbs. That's what I liked it for. I mean, hey, I'm a whale, so I'm gonna discredit myself before people in the comments probably do. But I'm just saying, you know, I did like the rewards. Even if you didn't get top 1%, there were some decent rewards. Celtic Guardian says, instead of removing it, I wish they would have focused. Did I just say Celtic Guardian? It literally says Super Celtic Link. I saw your picture and I just thought of, it's not even the Celtic. I'm gonna stop talking. Instead of removing it, I wish they would have focused efforts on improving it and making it less reliant on RNG and other people. I appreciate that they say they'll be using the time to improve other events and making new ones, but why not both, I guess? I agree. 100% agree. By the way, Super Celtic Link YT. So that is Trunks, Link. I don't think there's a Celtic Guardian in there, is there? I just said that. That was just me. I miss Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In a while. RJ Gaming says, discontinue World Tournament. Amen. I'm a World Tournament hater. I stand by it. World Tournament enjoyers, let me know in the comments. I want to know who you are. I hate World Tournament with a passion. I want that event gone completely. AMR says, honestly, I never gave it a deep thought initially, but when I saw videos on how to get 100 million plus, I started liking it a bit. Same. Taking it off now looks like a bummer, but they said they'll be investing in newer content. Let's hope that this new content makes up for the loss of Chain Battle. I think it will. I would like to hope that it will. Eric says, I really don't care, honestly. Kit Crow says, fine, I guess I never really liked it. You needed all the right pieces to do well, but even then, it's just bad. They could have revamped it, but it is what it is. Yeah. Like I said, if I were to selfishly just give a silver lining to the whole thing, for me personally, I don't have to worry about skill orbs anymore. I don't have to worry about framing content around Chain Battle, and I don't have to feel as pressured to rainbow units that I don't otherwise want to use. So, I mean, yeah. Tony the Weeb says, no, need new mode to replace it, really. Yeah, hopefully that happens soon. Mario Fanboy, I didn't hate it, but I won't miss it, so it's a big shrug. I did spend more time on it than Clash, though, because it makes me angry most of the time. It's a very honest opinion. I can't deny that. World Tournament next, JT. Now you're talking my language. Yes, Amatsu, please. If you're gonna take out Chain Battle, take out World Tournament. Then we can have World Peace, please. Austin says, I'm a little disappointed that I won't be able to get to 1% for Chain Battle anymore. Well, nobody will. So, and, you know, mathematically speaking, not everybody could. So, you know. But then again, not everybody could. The top 1% for Chain Battle is I would say more than the top 1% for World Tournament, right? Probably. Undergamer says, I mean, I didn't really like Chain Battle, but it definitely shouldn't have been straight up removed. If anything, I would have preferred something to happen to World Tournament or Peton before Chain Battle. Somebody explain to me Peton hate. It does nothing. It's just a fun little mode. I legitimately have never realized how much people hated that. World Tournament Peton should have gone first. The grind needed for Chain Battle was minimal compared to either of those modes. That's my main issue. The time investment. Obviously, financial investment is different for Chain Battle, but there's less of an incentive. There's less of a weight if you are not a whale, but if you have the right friends, as opposed to World Tournament. I already talked about that before. I'm not going to say it again. Tyler says, I think why isn't it the World Tournament? Same. Hallow says, Peton needs to go next. This is going to be the thing moving forward, man. Everyone on every tweet, they're going to be like, Omatsu, kill this event. Omatsu, kill that event. Omatsu, kill Super Battle Road. Omatsu, kill Red Zone missions. It's going to be funny. It's going to be so funny to see some of the comments. Money says, I'm happy. It was a real grind for minimal rewards. That, at its core, was the complete RNG mess. Your mums said, a mode that requires SSRs, URs, LRs, and the right friends to have the same linking partners was kind of lame, so I'm happy. Greg says, wait, no! Yusuf? Joseph? Explain in Legends terms. Bro, I don't know. You can't Zenkai anymore because Toshi mad. I don't know. I don't know anything about Legends. Juan says, bad. World Tournament is by far worse. Amen. Nick says, very happy. This is a whale catered mode. Only a very small percentage of people have the means to make perfect teams. And the mode was literally not even fun. Now they can try and make something more fair and actually fun. Watch them do the same thing. Karuto says, best thing that has happened to Dokkan. This mode was not only bad, but not fun. Nightmare says they should abandon World Tournament. Yes. If they aren't going to update it at all. Yes. Please do. Ren says, huge W. Mode was pretty much boo-boo since day one. Rather than work on something different than this, a better way to get skill orbs. Saiyan Slayer says the duality of man. Oh yeah, I saw this. People were happy. People were upset. Maller says, good riddance to bad content. Nando says, it is what it is. Nova says, the pain is not longer the battle. Okay. Bring back Koto. Amatsu ruined the fun of aiming for top 19. What? Let's remove chain battle, but keep world tournament. Dokkan. What? Is this a troll comment? It's gotta be. I mean, we had to get one of those in there, right? Melodic Gaming says, huge L. Chain battle was fun and gave value to keeping extra copies of cards and, to be honest, keeping friends. That is true. I no longer have any reason to keep the friends list that I have, which, by the way, I will say, now that chain battle is going to be ending, after we finish the remaining 3 chain battles, there's 1 more on JP, there's 3 more on global. After those are done, I will be rebooting my friends list again and going back to what I had before chain battle started. If you guys were around for the first couple years of the channel, you guys know that I would post my friend code on a stream. You guys could add me. I would add you. I'll probably go back to that while still having maybe like 30 or 40 people just for like fellow creators and like buddies and stuff like that. But yeah, got rid of a mode like Peton. Wait, get rid of a mode like Peton as it's boring unless it gives out little to no rewards or just a waste of space. Goat Masu is peaked again. Jeez. Not Carl. Andy should have been World Tournament. Hugo says, all the dupes I saved, I've invested orbs, skill orbs into them too, all into the trash. Yep. Stutch says, yep. Mera says, it's strange choosing to remove chain battle instead of removing or revamping world tournaments is very odd. And seeing the community reaction to this is even more strange because I thought we all hated world tournament. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I thought chain battle was fun like an arcade game. Gamma says, W decision. Cletus, I can't. I simply can't. That's a W. Oof. All right. JD says, massive W. Oh, okay. We got the net battler back in here. Thank God. Dark Angel is good because they want you to learn. They want you to farm and have more characters of the same LR or Dokkan Fest or rare or free to play for people that have only 1 or 2 characters maxed out. The last ones with heroes was really bad. They made it knowing no one summons on the heroes banner is really good. Well, I mean, that's kind of the point of the game. Like, you summon for the characters and then you do the content that relates to the characters. Not every event is like that. There's one event that's like that, chain battle. But other events don't necessarily need to have the exact units that you just pulled, right? So I don't totally agree with that, but you know, that's your opinion. Ryu says, justice. Mark Phelps says, a damn shame. Those rewards are reaching top 1% were always nutty. Gonna miss that little trial and error to get it right. I'm not. I definitely don't like that. I didn't like that. The trial and error part was annoying. Maybe it's just because I wasn't good enough yet. I never really caught on as like a good chain battle player. I was always just a dummy who tried stuff out. Nick says, what? Senko, yep, I feel you. Jalen says, let's go. Goku Brick says, I'm happy the event was outdated and terrible. Okay. Martrez having a good time. Derek Good, Wick W, Baka Bro W, Arvelito Good, Chris Meh, says so Chaz, Pack Watch, Kenneth Shrug, Ernie B, Celebrate, Chain Battle sucks. Good riddance. Is that all it is now? Have we reached the bottom? Bye bye. Pay to win mode for 1%. Iron Thunder. Yeah, I think we've pretty much. All right, so there you go. So that is the chain battle community reaction in a nutshell. And hopefully there were no bad words in here. If there were, I'm very sorry. I tried to delete as many of the bad words as I could. There weren't too many, as the tunes who follow are very family friendly. So yeah, that is it. And like I said, I'm still torn on the whole thing because I was coming around on chain battle. I understood the appeal. Sometimes it was annoying, but removing it outright before even trying to improve it just seems weird to me. That's all I have to say. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys did not reply to this tweet if you guys have further opinions on this, feel free to share in the comments down below, because this is going to be a discussion that goes on for quite some time. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, your honest reaction to this news that Chain Battle is coming to an end. What are your thoughts? Do you think that they will be bringing it back in some form or fashion? Or do you think, based on what they've said, it's over? There will no longer be a need for keeping duplicates of units, for investing skill orbs heavily into units. What are your thoughts on a new event that could do something similar to this but be different? Do you have any ideas for new events, new modes? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know I'm going to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.